and welcome to Ohio Dominican, where you're watching the Ohio High School Athletic Association Regional Semifinals presented by the Ohio Media School on TKDS Sports. Tonight's game features two of Central Ohio's best in the second of two in the state regional semifinals, in which second-seeded Gahanna Lincoln takes on third-seeded Westerville South. I'm Jeff Trinauskas, and I'm here with my partner in crime, Deshaun Pate. And you know, this matchup is pretty exciting. We got a 25-0 Westerville South team, in which they are average margin of victory is 23 points per game in the tournament. They have not been tested. They feature Dre Carter, the Wright State commit. How do you see the keys of the game for Westerville South here, Deshaun?
Well, as you said, Dre Carter, the Wright State commit, who averaged 17.8 points per game, who also was first team all-district. And then you also have Rain Winston and Isaiah Johnson. If you get those three involved, then Westerville South has a chance. We're going to pause for a national anthem.
As we took that pause there for the national anthem, you know, on the other side of the coin here, Deshaun, Gahanna Lincoln boasts a 24-2 record, in which their only losses were by a total of 6 points. That's 1 point to our first game victor, Pickerington Central. They lost by 5, and then they lost by 1 to Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. They feature 2 Division I players on the floor here, and including a finalist for Mr. Ohio, Sean Jones. How do you see Gahanna's keys of the game?
Well, it's always a great chance when you have Sean Jones on the court. Sean Jones is average 21 points a game. Like you said, he's a Marquette commit. The district player of the year. He had 29 points against St. Charles the last game, only missing 3 shots off that. But as well as Sean Jones is, I'm real impressed with Javon Simmons. Javon Simmons, a 6'7" senior, averaged 12.5 points, and also a Toledo commit who won second team all-district. But also, on top of that, they have the Twin Towers that I'm looking forward to seeing tonight in Simmons and Josh Whiteside. And that's going to give Westerville South a little challenge because those guys battle so hard on the boards. So for my thing for Westerville South is to keep Gahanna off the boards and contain Sean Jones. As for Gahanna Lincoln, contain Dre Carter. Dre Carter can play. As you can see, he averaged 17 points per game and a Wright State commit. Contain him, you guys win the game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Gahanna and Javon Simmons, watching him warm up. He is built. He's going to be a problem in the post. And I think defensively he'll be a problem.
Absolutely, and at 6'7", as a big frame. They got him listed at 225, but actually, he might be bigger than that. But he can play. He can play. Toledo got a great player. We got a great player, and we're gonna have a great battle tonight. You got 6'7", 6'8", Drake Carter, or 6'7", Javon Simmons. Hopefully, they get to guard each other.
Yeah, that would be a nice matchup. I mean, I do know that Westerville South, in talking to Coach Ed Kalo, he said that they will open up and play primarily man-to-man defense.
And that's smart. That's smart. But you have to make sure you contain Sean Jones. Like we said against St. Charles, he had 29 points, and it made it look very, very easy. So if you contain him and try to contain Javon Simmons, you'll be pretty good. But also for Gahanna Lincoln, their guard play. Their guards play is top-notch, and it's one of the top in the country. And the top in the city, top in the country. And Westerville South going to have to try to contain them, especially Sean Jones.
You know, Westerville South in their 25-0 record, in talking to some other coaches, they said that they play scrappy and they will play from start to finish. So regardless of the score, you're going to see Westerville South come in scrape and claw against Gahanna Lincoln.
So 25-0 is no myth. There's no myth. So
it's no pushover.
Yeah, it's no push. They didn't beat 25-0 just by coming and stepping on the court. They coming to compete. Both of these teams know what's at stake.
Yeah,
they know.
Absolutely. A state to play in the regional final on Saturday against the Game 1 winner Pickerington Central, who actually beat Gahanna Lincoln in one of their 2 losses. So that would be an interesting rematch should they prevail today. That being said, let's go over some of the starters here. I mean, for Gahanna Lincoln, no surprise here, it's a senior-laden team. You got number 1, LJ Dees, number 3, Cam Johnson, number 5, as we've spoken about, Sean Jones, number 21, Josh Whiteside, and number 24, Javon Simmons. All of them are seniors. And, Deshaun, the senior class is 66-7 in a 3-year run and 28-2 in the OCC Ohio. That's a phenomenal stat for that senior class.
Very phenomenal.
Obviously, looking on the other side here for Westerville South, they start number 23, Andy Badu, number 24, Drake Carter, that we spoke about earlier, number 10, Jedi Cunningham, number 15, Isaiah Johnson, and number 30, Wayne Winston. And here we go with the tip-off. Gahanna wins the tip-off and takes it over the half court.
You talk about Westerville South being physical. They're very physical on that first drive. And Sean Jones.
Here's Sean Jones with an instant layup here. 2-0 Gahanna.
Sean Jones getting the first points of the game off a nifty layup there.
Well, there's a backdoor cut. Cut down by Gahanna on defense and forces a turnover.
Yeah, stifling defense from Gahanna Lincoln to get the early turnover right now as they're coming to compete.
And Sean Jones looks to bring it up over the timeline. Westerville South opens up with man-to-man. There's some serious post battling going on there with Josh Whiteside. And we have our first foul called. The first foul is on Andy Badu.
He gotta be smart. You can't pick up a foul that far away from the basket.
Oh, here's a turnover by Westerville South. Oh, unfortunately, in their excitement, they have an over and back. Aggressive defense.
As he was great defense, just a little excited there. He should have just picked up the basketball, and he panicked a little bit.
Yeah, Andy Badu, who picked up that first foul, also got that steal. He's known as the grinder on the Westerville South Wildcats team. So watch him to probably check Sean Jones. Westerville South clearly showing some solid defense, and they force a turnover.
But you're right about Westerville South. They are very physical. They're making it very, very hard for the guards of Gahanna to even get the ball.
Yeah, they had pushed them all the way up to midcourt, the timeline there.
As we've seen the replay there, that's not Javon Simmons. I mean, not Javon Simmons. I apologize. That's not John Whiteside's game. His game is being physical and getting a lob and playing stiff and defense.
Turnover there, a steal off. That's a steal by number 1, LJ Dees, which leads the transition bucket. And they're leading 4-0 early first quarter. Gahanna Lincoln. Man, this is a pretty intense game, Deshaun. Screens are solid. Some battles down in the post.
As we expected. Kind of as we expected with a sellout crowd tonight. Everybody knew what they paid for.
There's a foul on Gahanna. That's Sean Jones first. It's an early. Yeah, he just committed his first foul. Westerville South get him in foul trouble. That bodes well for that team.
Sean Jones getting a fast break layup as Gahanna turned the defense to the offense. Sean Jones doing what he do best, scoring the basketball.
Trey Carter on the drive. And he's met. Missed shot. Gahanna in transition. Oh, you dunk. Beautiful. Oh, the dunk.
Get the ball in transition, and trust me, Gahanna Lincoln knows what to do with it. They throw it up. Javon Simmons slam it down for 2.
That definitely riled up the crowd here, and we got a 6-0 game. Westerville South with their first bucket. Number 15. That's Isaiah Johnson with the 3, and it cuts the lead to 6-3.
Westerville South needed that 3 bad. Good job.
And then right back, Gahanna. Gahanna hits a 3, and that's Cam Johnson. 9-3. That's an assist by Sean Jones. And that Sean Jones defense caused Westerville South to call a timeout.
As we look at the replay here, like you said, that defense, oh, this Westerville South has hit the 3. But here we go, the fast break pass. He throws it up to Simmons. Simmons knows what to do with it for the deuce. The easy dunk.
Yeah, and that riled up the crowd. It's a beautiful dunk. Here we are, 9-3, 5:24 in the first quarter.
But like you said, that defense was just stifling right there. The forced Westerville South to call a timeout that they didn't really want to call right there. But it was a great timeout. So get a regroup, calm down. It's only 9-3, 5:24 left. Just had an alley-oop throw on you, but you're pretty good. You're good.
Yeah, I mean, talking to Coach Kaler before the game, he said that he wanted to limit Gahanna Lincoln's transition. And he wanted them to be in the half court, or at least force them into the half court offense. Here, Westerville South, you're looking to set their offense. Almost another turnover. Sean Jones is wreaking havoc at the top of the key. And here's the 3 for Westerville South. Scrapping. Westerville South, loose ball, get the rebound. That kind of Trey Carter for 3, and he hits a 3 there. It's 9-6.
Trey Carter.
Gahanna Lincoln looks to push.
Trey Carter hitting a big-time 3 to see why he averaged 20 points per game.
And Westerville South, after the 3, forces the Sean Jones turnover.
As we look at the replay here, Drake Carter, Wright State got a pretty good player there to hit the 3. Bang.
One thing that he could do is he could stretch the floor with his size. He can also go in and he could take it, put it on the floor. He's very versatile.
Wright State, the team that he's committed to, Wright State's got a big win over Cleveland State in a conference tournament there. So add Drake Carter, that's another dynamic to the team.
Here's Drake Carter at the foul line extended. And forces another turnover. Here's a 1-0. Sean Jones with the dunk.
LJDs. Yeah, that was LJDs with the dunk there.
Defense leads the offense, Sean.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. As you can see, this Gahanna team is very shifty, very bouncy.
Gosh. Look at that finger roll, a la George Gervin there. Drake Carter with the old-fashioned three-point play opportunity.
As we look at the replay here, Drake Carter gets fouled and one. And he goes.
It's a beautiful assist by Cunningham to feed Drake Carter.
It's pretty loud in here. You love it.
Both teams' defense is causing turnovers. And a missed free throw. Unfortunately, Drake Carter couldn't complete the three-point play. Gahanna rebounds, and Sean Jones brings it up the floor. He pulls a 3 and swishes it. Sean Jones, 14-8 Gahanna.
Sean Jones hitting the 3. The defense allowing him to take that shot. If you let him walk into that shot, he's making it every time.
And there's some serious pace going on here. A three-point shot there for number 10. Gabby Cunningham for Westerville South. It's 14-11. Gahanna by 3.
It's a back and forth game. It might come down to who plays defense, who can play defense for long periods of time.
Ooh. Sean Jones is picked. Westerville South on a 2-on-1, but Gahanna gets back. Jay Carter with the 3. Loose ball off to Gahanna.
That's a shot Drake Carter will want back. He knows he was that open. He got to make that shot. As we watch the replay here, it's a great shot right into his motion.
Jody Cunningham.
Great shot.
I mean, a little helter-skelter in this game. You know, both teams coming out highly intense. Doing some subbing for both teams. Kind of calm down the nerves there, Deshaun. I mean, it is a big game for both teams.
Absolutely. And for Gahanna, they've been in this position before as they won districts last year, or regionals last year, so they know how to be here and what to do to get here.
Yeah, they are a senior leading team, so that experience could pay off. We'll see how it goes as the game progresses. Once again, Westerville South really being scrappy at top of the key. Wow. Sean Jones penetrates and dishes the number 22. And that's Luke Murray with the deuce, the Sean Jones penetration.
Sean Jones getting to the teeth of the defense. He allows the defense to help off him, drop it off to his player for the easy 2.
One thing I've noticed, Deshaun, with Sean Jones is he's really quick.
He's very quick, very shifty too, and he's unselfish. Shaka Smart, he's going to love Sean Jones next year at Marquette.
Carter's got an advantage here. Oh, looks to split the double team. There's a lot of contact. We do have a foul on the floor from Gahanna. That's Javon Simmons with the foul for Gahanna Lincoln.
As you see the replay.
Is that his second?
Yeah, it's a second foul. I think the ref called it with the body. Or she said, I think the motion was he hit him on the hand. But in our replay, like he had his hands up.
That's a big deal. 2 fouls in the first quarter. And here goes Gahanna in transition. There's Sean Jones. And he takes a hard foul. There's a hard foul there. I'm wondering if there'll be a flagrant on that one. You know, he got pushed in the back in midair.
Let's look at the replay here. Whenever Sean Jones take off, it's always time for a show. And it's a basketball play. I don't think he tried to be malicious. I don't think he was trying to make it a hard foul or anything like that. I thought he was going up for the basketball, but that's always a scary moment. And gratefully, Sean is great. It's good.
Ray Winston with a foul for Westerville South.
As we watch, there's another look at that foul from another angle. Sean Jones get it, but it's a great job of getting back. Oh yeah, you hit him in the shoulder. As Gahanna coach thought they should have got a foul on that, and like you said, it might have should have been a favorite foul, but from our angle, it looked like he was going up for the basketball.
Well, what it noticed on that replay too is Sean Jones stopped to gather himself in the momentum of the Westerville South player.
And as a coach, you tell your players never give up on a play.
Yeah. I mean, Gahanna's defense flying all over. Here's Drake Carter to the rim, though. Missed, but gets his own rebound and puts it back in.
Drake Carter getting to the bucket, missed the initial layup, was able to get his own rebound and get the easy 2.
One thing with Drake Carter, what I'm noticing, is that his game is very smooth. And another almost turnover. It looks like Gahanna will maintain possession. But we're seeing defense on both sides of the ball for both teams here.
As you see in the replay there, Drake Carter is real shifty, got the player to go up off the head fake to get to the bucket, but he was unable to make the layup, but he got his rebound.
18-13, minute 22 left in the first quarter. Once again, Westerville South really extending their defense. It is causing Gahanna some issues. It's a lovely shot by Josh Whiteside on the half hook on the left block.
That's some great footwork by Josh Whiteside. And like we talked about earlier, that was one of our keys to the game, getting those Twin Towers involved.
Another turnover, Deshaun, and defense couldn't lead the offense. Another turnover. And here comes Westerville South pushing it, 3-on-2. That draws a foul on the floor. That's
Luke Murray. For if I'm coach,
Cruz McClure. I'm sorry, Gahanna.
It's okay.
Finish your statement.
If I'm coach, I'm okay with that foul. I'm not letting them go straight to the basket for a layup. It's called a take foul. I'm okay with that one.
Cruz McClure coming in for Westerville South that drew that foul. He's a freshman. So big minutes for him. 3-point shot missed. Rebound Gahanna. They look to push. This transition. Trey Carter for the dunk.
Trey Carter getting the ball was the last person to get back on defense, but luckily that fast break option got the easy two-hand slam.
And with the quick shot, Westerville South clearing that board, they were able to get an easy bucket on the other end.
One thing I like about Trey Carter is he let the game come to him. A lot of people that's as good as him don't usually let the game come to him. As you watch the replay here, well, actually he was coming back down the court, and he just happened to look up, and now he got the easy two-hand slam.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give Westerville South credit for looking up the floor and get that easy bucket. Here we go, less than 10 seconds in the first quarter, 2015. Gahanna with the lead and possession. Sean Jones looks to penetrate. Ball's tipped around and out of bounds. 0.7 seconds left here. The first quarter, Gahanna will maintain possession under their hoop.
As they look to get the ball in. The last second shot.
Oh, close shot. They got a good look with 0.7 seconds. That was number one, LJ Dees, with desperation, so to speak, on the end of the first quarter. So it's 2015 here after one period of play here at Old Dominican, game 2 in the second of 2 state regional semifinal game. And you're watching the Ohio High School Athletic Association regional semifinals presented by the Ohio Media School on TKDS Sports. Welcome back here as start of period 2 and game 2 of the regional semifinal here at Ohio Dominican College, where Gahanna Lincoln's up 20-15 over Westerville South.
This game gave us exactly what we thought it was going to give us. Electric.
Ooh, Sean Jones just dipsy-do at the top of the key, and he goes right down the lane for 2. Start the scoring in the second quarter.
Sean Jones is like a man on a mission right now.
That kid he came to play. But you know what? On Westerville South side, Trey Carter, he's looking to try and insert himself. He's a smooth player on that side. Wright State's got a really nice player in there.
Absolutely. As we look at the replay here, Sean Jones with the nifty move for the layup. One thing I know is about Sean Jones, for him to be only a senior high school, is the game slowed down for him. Usually people that goes as fast as him don't know how to use their speed and they speed up. But the game seemed kind of slow for him, and that's good for him going into the next level.
And they force a turnover. Interesting enough, Gahanna came out in a 2-3 zone. And Westerville South, in the process of attacking it, just had a bad pass. It went out of bounds.
And sometimes you just have to switch it up a little bit. It's not necessarily that they're hitting shots. It's just sometimes switch up the defense because Gahanna's, like you said, not used to playing 2-3 zone. They're a man-to-man team. So to switch it up a little bit as they did.
Ooh. And there's a baseline move for Josh Whiteside. And Gahanna quickly scores the first 4 points of the second period. And they're off the transition off the Westerville South miss. Sean Jones passing it. Oh, missed layup there by Javon Simmons. And an over back is forced by Westerville South. But that was a bunny that was missed by Javon Simmons off a Sean Jones feed.
As you see Josh Whiteside here with the nifty baseline move. Josh Whiteside, like I talked about earlier, was one of our players to watch. And he last game against St. Charles had 8 points. So he can score a little bit. That's not his game. But as you see, they're trying to take advantage of the mismatch they got right there.
Yeah, and once again, Westerville South is having to attack a 2-3 zone. And so the pace is slowed down. Here's Sean. Oh, nope, that's number 1. LJD is almost forced a turnover. Westerville South regains the ball. Takes a shot, missed. Offensive rebound to underneath to Drew Carter. Nope, he's unable to finish, and a rebound for Gahanna's Josh Whiteside. And they're off to the races here with Sean Jones.
Great defense by Javon Simmons to have his hands straight up.
Sean Jones getting harassed. And he gets called for a 5. It looks like a 5. Westerville South, for Sean Jones scoring there, Jashawn, they are still making it difficult for him.
Absolutely. And even with that, it seems like a lot of contact there. I'm not a ref, so it seems like a lot of contact there, but they're letting them play. In a game like this, you want to happen. But coach from Gahanna was ticked because Sean got pushed. And they call 5 seconds call. As for Westerville South, they have to attack the zone.
And there's another turnover forced by number 3. That is Cam Johnson, not only with the turnover, but coast to coast for the layup.
Cam Johnson with the nifty move to get to the bucket for the fast break layup.
And it's 26-15, Gahanna Lincoln opening up 11-point lead. And cause another turnover. And they're off pushing in transition. Here's a 3-point shot in the corner by Gahanna Lincoln. Nope. Rebound kicked around, and Dre Carter comes up with the Westerville South, and he looks to push. And he almost gets his pocket picked. But Westerville South maintains possession. Here's a jump shot by number 23. That is Andy Badu with the 2 points for Westerville South. And the pace is really quick in here in the second quarter, Jashawn.
Cam Johnson on that last play, like he just said, he just invited him to shoot the basketball. And as any shooter, that's disrespectful. Hands down, man down, and he made him pay.
We got a foul called here on Westerville South. Let's see, who'd they call that on? The Lance and Aileen Porter Foundation is a proud partner with the Ohio Media School and Score on Air Network. The foundation has provided food and other essentials to families in Columbus's Northeast Quadrant since 2018 and also established the Porter Athletic League, which provides a safe environment for youths 8 to 13 to play sports, study, and work with volunteers from the Columbus Police and Franklin County Sheriffs. For more information, visit lanceandaileenporterfoundation.org today. Back here at the Ohio Dominican, 3:59 left in the second period, 28-17 Gahanna with the lead, and they just forced another turnover.
Gahanna doing a great job in transition, getting the ball up and down the court. But also, what I'm impressed with Gahanna is on the defensive end, as they're not allowing Dre Carter to get to his spot and do things that he feels more comfortable doing.
OJ Dees was forced into a bad pass, and Westerville South forces a turnover. 28-17, 3:49 left here in the second quarter. Westerville South with possession.
Gahanna back with that man-to-man defense, switching it up a little bit.
I'm interested in that, in the sense that Westerville South seemed to have problems attacking the zone.
Absolutely, and with the zone, you have to attack the gaps. You have to attack the gaps, as Sean Jones. Woo.
And he just blows through the lane.
He's a blur. He's a blur. It's like you don't even see it. Like,
yeah, he is shifty, strong, quick, and fast.
you see the replay here. Great defense by Westerville South to get a hand in there. To get a hand in there and stop that fast breaker. That was an easy deuce.
Sean Jones pushes the shot to the corner. Westerville South rebounds when there's a miss. Drake Carter, looks like the foul is on Gahanna's Maurice Charlton. His first foul.
What I like about Sean Jones is he's unselfish. Like, he's very unselfish. Like, we as we all know, he's a great basketball player. Marquette wouldn't be offering him or telling him to come to the school if he wasn't. That man right there, he can shoot the ball every time, but he looked for his teammates, trusts his teammates, and that's what a senior leader is.
And the basic aspect of basketball was drive and dish, right, Deshaun? So, I mean, as a basketball coach, if you can drive and force the defense to collapse, you're going to get some good looks from other players. Westerville South really is struggling offensively to find any type of flow. And here's Gahanna on the break. And they called a blocking foul. Sean Jones went straight to the rack, got fouled. They're calling a blocking foul. The crowd is not liking that call.
Yeah.
We go to the replay.
And rightfully so. It's not about if you're there. So in high school basketball, there's no restricted area. So you don't have to be outside the restricted area to take a charge. So if the ref deemed that you did enough contact or you had enough contact, Sean Jones avoided the contact, but he also was leaning back. So you have to think about that.
And he hits the first of two free throws. It's 29-17, 12-point lead for Gahanna Lincoln here. 2:40 left in the second quarter. Substitutions in. Sean Jones gets a second here. And he puts that in. He's having a heck of a half here, Deshaun.
Absolutely. So Sean Jones knows what's at stake. He knows what's at stake. He knows Mr. Basketball is still on the horizon. So not saying that he's playing just for those accolades, but he definitely is a man that want to go to the state championship.
Here's a drive on the baseline by Westerville South. It's number 15 who missed his shot, but he fired, and he follows it up and puts it in. That's Isaiah Johnson for Westerville South. 30-19. I mean, the interesting thing with Westerville South here offensively is Drake Carter has kind of been lost, but here's a steal for Westerville South, number 12. And that's Cruz McClure, the freshman, straight to the rack. And now we're under 10, 30-21. Gahanna still comfortably in the lead here, 1:42 left in the second quarter.
String a couple stops here for Westerville South. They're right back in this.
Westerville South extending defense and almost causes a turnover. And there's a charge. Westerville South playing solid defense. That charge is who they call that on? 21, Josh Whiteside.
Absolutely, that's a charge. Josh Whiteside, you're long enough. Take a jump stop. Go ahead and hit that floater. Throw that floater. If you see that guy standing there ready to take the charge, the guy was literally standing there waiting. He invited him to take the charge on him. So
absolutely. You see what Westerville South does here. They have a chance to cut this to 7 or even 6 with a 3. And Gahanna's gone to a zone back again, Deshaun.
And it's the right thing. It's the right thing. Gahanna got that lead up when they went into that zone.
And they draw a foul. 21, Gahanna's Josh Whiteside's fouls number 25, Abdullah Jalou, and he'll shoot 2 for Westerville South.
As the ref is a 1-on-1 here, as the ref saying that he came down instead of going straight up.
Well, he did hit the first, and he's awarded a second. 30-22, 8-point game here. Gahanna with the lead. Minute 7 left in the half. Dylan Scott comes in for Gahanna, replacing Whiteside. Second free throw. He got the kind rim, and he hits the second. It's 30-23, I believe. Yes, a minute left here in the first half. Gahanna with possession and a 7-point lead.
If I'm Gahanna, I'm going to try to get that last shot.
Westerville South continues to extend their defense. They are really scrappy. Almost a turnover by Gahanna. And it looks like they are playing for the last shot. Sean Jones with the ball at the top. Cam Johnson, back to Sean Jones. They're running a kind of a sloppy 3-man weave at the top of the key. 17 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Sean Jones, I'm going at 10 seconds. Going at 10 seconds.
And he turns it over. The unforced turnover. Wow, that is huge.
And that's uncommon for him.
With 10.6 seconds left, Westerville South now can play for the last shot. They could cut the lead to 5 or 4 with a 3.
That's uncommon for him, but he was doing exactly what we said. He was going to go at 10 seconds and make a play.
And here we go. Yeah, Drew Carter. He goes to the baseline. He's doubled. And he never gets a shot off. He was triple teamed. And unfortunately never got a shot off. 30-23 here at halftime in game 2 of the regional semifinal between Westerville South, Gahanna Lincoln. Gahanna with a 7-point lead, 30-23. And you're watching the Ohio High School Athletic Association regional semifinals presented by the Ohio Media School on TKDS Sports.
I met Mr. Porter from the Porter Foundation in our community dealings, just meeting people, good people in the community. He was telling me about a program that they were thinking about starting up, just getting kids involved, getting them off of the street, and just he knew there was a lot of kids in that 5th Avenue area over at Crum Park. I was a brand new recruiting sergeant, and I was looking for different programs to be involved in, helping kids, especially in like after school capacity or coaching, mentoring space. So I got hooked up with Mr. Porter, and I became a coach. I loved the kids that I had. It was actually my majority of my team was made up of one family, and they ended up being like really good listeners and team players. Some people struggled, but it was just really good opportunity to spend time with the youth over there in that community. And then actually, I didn't let them know I was a police officer right away, but over the time, I ended up telling them, and a lot of people were shocked. But they all, I had already been there. I was told by one of the rec leaders that, hey, if you come back one time, they'll love you forever. Just seeing the progression of my kids, seeing them, share the ball with each other, learning different things, learning how to do a press, learning how to set a screen, making their shots. I love how they look back at me as the coach when they do something good, and I'm like, no, you did something good, keep doing it, and just building with them, just building that relationship. That's probably been the best thing for me. I'm from this community. I'm born and raised in Columbus, and this is a way for me to give back, and let people see a police officer, somebody who's actually, out here doing police things in a different light. You may see what you see on TV. It may be nationwide, different things going on, but at the same time, there are great police officers here in this city doing good works and building with the community. This is what we do. This is where we live. This is what we're good at. Service is number one for us in Columbus.
Can you see yourself working on TV, radio, or social media? As media professionals, we make our voice heard. Call the Ohio Media School and be a part of something bigger than you and me. You'll train and get the skills you need to work in TV, radio, social media, film, and much more.
I graduated and now am working as a director of marketing at a local radio station. My future is set.
Call the Ohio Media School now and be a part of something bigger. 614-723-9675. 614-723-9675.
If you've ever dreamed of a career in the sports production industry, your dream could come true. The Ohio Media School is enrolling their next sports emphasis class soon. You'll learn about all the different aspects of what goes into the broadcast that you watch or listen to. Go from behind the scenes to the front of the camera. You'll also get hands-on opportunities to practice your skills through the Score On Air network. Call the Ohio Media School at 614-655-5250 or visit beonair.com/Columbus.
I met Mr. Porter from the Porter Foundation and our community dealings, just meeting people, good people in the community. He was telling me about a program that they were thinking about starting up, just getting kids involved, getting them off of the street, and just he knew there was a lot of kids in that 5th Avenue area over at Crum Park. I was a brand new recruiting sergeant, and I was looking for different programs to be involved in, helping kids, especially in like after school capacity or coaching, mentoring space. So I got hooked up with Mr. Porter, and I became a coach. I loved the kids that I had. It was actually my majority of my team was made up of one family, and they ended up being like really good listeners and team players. Some people struggled, but it was just really good opportunity to spend time with the youth over there in that community. And then actually, I didn't let them know I was a police officer right away, but over the time, I ended up telling them, and a lot of people were shocked. But they all, I had already been there. I was told by one of the rec leaders that, hey, if you come back one time, they'll love you forever. Just seeing the progression of my kids, seeing them, share the ball with each other, learning different things, learning how to do a press, learning how to set a screen, making their shots. I love how they look back at me as the coach when they do something good, and I'm like, no, you did something good, keep doing it, and just building with them, just building that relationship. That's probably been the best thing for me. I'm from this community. I'm born and raised in Columbus, and this is a way for me to give back, and let people see a police officer, somebody who's actually, out here doing police things in a different light. You may see what you see on TV. It may be nationwide, different things going on, but at the same time, there are great police officers here in this city doing good works and building with the community. This is what we do. This is where we live. This is what we're good at. Service is number one for us in Columbus.
Working on TV, radio, or social media. As media professionals, we make our voice heard. Call the Ohio Media School and be a part of something bigger than you and me. You'll train and get the skills you need to work in TV, radio, social media, film, and much more.
I graduated and now am working as a director of marketing at a local radio station. My future is set.
Call the Ohio Media School now and be a part of something bigger. 614-723-9675. 614-723-9675.
Welcome back to Ohio Dominican College. Where Westerville South is trailing Gahanna Lincoln 30-23 at halftime. And as we get ready to start the third quarter, what are some of the key observations you saw, Deshaun, in the first half?
One of the biggest observations for me was how Gahanna Lincoln was able to contain Drake Carter. Drake Carter is averaging nearly 20 points a game, and he's also a Wright State commit. The way they was able to contain him was unbelievable to me. And Westerville South is only going to go as far as Drake Carter takes. As far as Gahanna Lincoln, they're senior, like you said, senior-led team, and they're battle-tested. Like you said, they played St. Vincent St. Mary, who won the state championship last year. And also, they said lost by 5 to Pick Central, who just won earlier. So they're battle-tested, and, they're ready for this moment.
Ooh, Gahanna opens up the second half scoring again, and that's Javon Simmons in the post for two.
Javon Simmons with a great little post move right there. Toledo got a pretty good player coming out.
Oh, and the bank is open here late at night on Wednesday here for Westerville South.
Definitely, as we look, they got a call foul there. Great shot. Well, was it a shot that he wanted to take, or did he call glass? Because that's the most important thing. You got to call glass.
At the end of the day, there's still 3 points on the scoreboard. Absolutely. There for Westerville South. 32-26, 6-point game. Sean Jones with a step back three, and he puts it in.
Once Sean Jones get that at a higher rate, he will be deadly. He'll be unstoppable. It's hard to guard.
Yeah, okay. With him being so quick, you got to play off of him. But he hits that three, and that's 17 for him. He had 14 in the first half.
And now he's guarding Drake Carter, or was guarding him.
And there was a three-point shot taken by Isaiah Johnson that missed and went out of bounds. Gahanna's ball on the front of the Westerville South bench.
As Westerville South picking up the pressure a little bit also.
Yeah, 35-26, early third quarter here at Ohio Dominican. Here's a three. Gahanna missed. Nope. Rebound Westerville South. They look to push. Here's number 10 for Westerville South. He pulls up with the mid-range with this Jade Cunningham.
That's his game. That's his game, to shoot the ball and pull up for that one dribble pull up.
Oh, and off a beautiful screen. There's a drive by Javon Simmons. He's met at the rim. Unfortunately, he could not finish.
As we look at the replay,
he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Westerville South, nice little pull-up jumper for the easy 2. Javon Simmons tried to get a nice little poster himself down here on the other end, but nonetheless, he's shooting 2 free throws.
He does make the first, and it is this is his second shot. He missed it. 36-28. Gahanna. Actually, that meet at the rim and missed dunk saved a point.
So free throws is going to be very important coming down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
And Westerville South with a 3 that's missed. Rebound by Gahanna, and Sean Jones takes it down the lane, and he's looking to go to the line. At least he's hoping to.
Yes, it looked like he was shooting. It looked like, from our angle, it looked like he was going on the pass as we look at the replay here. It's a nice little shifty move, in and out move there. Oh, it looked like it was on the floor, but the ref called it 2-shot foul.
Andy Badu with the foul for Westerville South. So here's Sean Jones shooting 2 free throws. It looks that's his 18th point in this game. So certainly he's asserting himself. He's the game's high scorer. And he makes both of them, and it's 38-28. Gahanna with the 10-point lead. You know, Westerville South needs to get Dre Carter involved. Did he get called for the foul? It is. I think that's a frustration foul for Dre Carter.
They call offensive foul on him, and Dre Carter. Dre Carter got to be smart. Hold your head. Don't pick up fouls away from the basket.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's frustrated. He hasn't scored in a while. There's a drive by Gahanna, missed. Bounced around. Looks like Westerville South will gain possession off the missed shot and loose ball rebound. So here they come. Westerville South comes up the floor down 10. 5:25 left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they're trying to find a way to get the ball to Dre Carter.
Yeah, I mean, he's working hard there. There he is. And he's got a layup.
He definitely was working hard for it. You're absolutely right about that. And they was getting a hard time trying to find him, but he was open the whole time.
There was a nice steal by Dre Carter on the right block, and he scored an easy 2. 38-30, Gahanna Lincoln over Westerville South.
Sometimes plays are telegraphed, as you just seen right there. So if they're going to overplay that, if I'm Sean Jones, I'm coming back door the next play. Instead of overplaying it as they show right there, they're going to overplay every time. Just go cut back door. As right now.
So there's a turnover. Westerville South looks to push, and a mid-range jumper. No. Rebound. Westerville South gets the offensive board. They call a foul on Dre Carter. That's 2 fouls here in the period.
3 for the game, I believe. We see the replay. Hey.
That's his second personal. I thought maybe it might have been his third. That would have been problems for Westerville South.
We'll let you guys at home determine if that was a foul or not.
Westerville South picking up full court. Gahanna beats that pressure rather easily, and they look to set the offense. With a baseline drive by Gahanna, and that's LJD's, the baseline drive for Gahanna, and unfortunately he shuffled his feet as Westerville South rotated over.
As he already got to the teeth of the defense. Shoot the floater. Is the floater game dead now? Do trainers teach people the floaters? It's open.
It still exists on my game when I play on Saturday mornings. Oh, there's a shot from the baseline. They get stuck in the rim. And I think possession arrows Westerville South, so they will keep that.
Which I never really understood that rule. I never really understood that rule when it gets stuck or lodged into the rim, that you look at the possession arrow. I feel like the person that shot the ball should lose the ball and not be able to get the ball back.
And there's a turnover. Sean Jones, he looks to push, and he goes down the lane, and he misses it, but there's the cleanup there by number 24, Javon Simmons, with the cleanup dunk.
Like you said, the cleanup, man. Board mans get paid, right?
And 40-30 here.
Sean Jones drive to the basket, goes up, Javon Simmons.
No box out.
And that's going to happen every time if you don't box them out.
Definitely with you. I know you got some hots.
That's right. That's right. Not much as him.
I'm lucky if I could jump over the Sunday paper. And here we go. Back to action. 3:35 in the third quarter. 40-30 Gahanna with the lead and possession. Crowd get it hyped up there with the Javon Simmons dunk. And he draws looks like a tripping foul. It's most likely, it looks like a good call from up here.
He definitely tripped him because he was going up for another twin slam. As he was jawing with the crowd a little bit.
So, Rain Winston with the foul. Right now, Westerville South has not been able to cut into the lead, and actually Gahanna's increased their lead since halftime by 3. Almost a backdoor by Sean Jones. Good defense by Westerville South to recover.
Pull it out, run some offense. Pull it out, run some offense. Yep.
Run a high screen.
As a coach, that's exactly what he called. He called offense.
Sean Jones here at the top of the. Oh, there's a foul. Ooh, is that a foul? Sean Jones with a push-off? Yes, they called a foul.
I think they called it on Simmons, Javon Simmons.
I think it's on 5. Oh, you win. All right.
As we look at the replay, I'm not sure about that. Like, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to set a screen? You can't set a screen no better than that one.
Well, you know what? The point guard's got to wait for his big man to set a screen. If he goes too quickly, he's setting up his big man for a foul.
But one thing I learned or noticed was the NBA and the college teams, they don't set real screens. And sometimes they just like rub screens.
Well, Westerville South just scored, and that is.
And they don't score. They don't do real screens. So when you do rub screens, then that's what they think the screens are.
It's Jalen Wheeler with the layup for Westerville South. 40-32, 8-point game. Gahanna is scrapping, ball on the floor, bodies on the floor, ball still loose. Westerville South, Gahanna, they're on the floor. Look at this hustle, Deshaun. You gotta applaud that, and the crowd is. Both sides of the arena here.
That's right. And as you look at the replay here, Josh Whiteside, you have to get on the floor. Westerville South wanted the ball more, as you can see right there. But they got the jump ball, and because of that lodge in his rim, Gahanna Lincoln gets the ball. They call a timeout here.
Yeah, they got to call a timeout here. With that, the Brick League is coming up. Make sure to check out wearbrick.com to find out more about their training, leagues, and apparel. The Brick League is a proud sponsor of the Ohio Media School and focuses on building character as well as ability. Players include Andre Wesson, Mia Perry, Robert Dorsey, and many more. Brick League, building stronger communities, brick by brick. So 2:15 here left in the third quarter, 40-32. Gahanna, they've maintained this 8 to 10 point lead the better part of since the midway of the second quarter. And we just saw some scrappy play on both sides of the ball.
Something look like it's happening on the sideline here. Everybody's standing up.
Hopefully nothing bad going on here in the sideline.
Nothing too much that I guess they need to stop play here. And they must realize these are kids. Come on, let's don't take the joy away from the kids now.
And look at the pressure by Westerville South. Looks like they caused the Gahanna. Oh, I thought they might have caught a timeout, but no, the ball knocked out. And Gahanna will retain possession right in front of their bench. 2:02 left here in the third period at Ohio Dominican. Game 2 of the regional semifinal between Gahanna Lincoln and Westerville South. Jeff Chernauskas and Deshaun Pate here calling the game for you.
And Sean Jones getting a well-needed break.
Look at that rebound. Oh, here's a push. Westerville South under the break. Oh, unfortunately, he missed that. Couldn't finish. Now here's Gahanna Lincoln on the break. Looking for a three. No. Here's number 22 in the quarter for three. Number 22 for Gahanna. And that is Luke Murray.
Luke Murray.
43-32, 11-point game. Westerville South drives. And draws a foul. Number 22, Jalen Wheeler, draws a personal, and he'll go to the line for two. 1:16 left here in the third quarter.
So Luke Murray on one end hit a three, and then had to go back on the other end, and got called for the foul. So you go at it.
I think Luke Murray hit a bucket in the first half. He's averaging 2.2 a game, and he just hit a three, so he's got 5. He's doubled his average here in tonight's game. Yes. Nice bench play.
Absolutely, as Sean Jones' break was real short-lived, as you can see there. And he's back on the court as soon as possible.
And Jalen Wheeler splits a pair. It's 43-33, 10-point lead.
All I can say right now is we're in for a very great and well-oiled machine fourth quarter.
And there was a drive by Josh Whiteside.
What I'm looking for Drake Carter to do is be more assertive. If you have to take every shot, take every shot. This is potentially your last basketball game as a high school basketball player.
Drake Carter's got to start to assert himself for Westerville South. He's had one bucket here. He's had minimal touches. If I'm Coach Kalo, I'm drawing up some plays for your best player.
At this point, we got 45 seconds here, 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. For the rest of your high school career, shoot the ball. I'm not going down without a fight. If I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down swinging.
Here's a three-point shot from the corner for Westerville South. He missed. Who are they calling the foul on? Oh, is that Drake Carter? That might be his third. He's picked up third. That is his third personal. Team 6th. So Drake Carter is going to come out for Westerville South as a result of that. 41.9 seconds here in the third quarter. 45-33 Gahanna with the lead and possession. Westerville South looks to pick up full court.
So remember in the second quarter we told you that Sean Jones should take that last shot. So never mind. I think it's a 1-on-1 right now.
You have Jalen Wheeler out at 29 feet from the bucket, has a foul. And as a result of that, Gahanna goes to the line for a 1-on-1. Can't say that was the smartest play.
No, you're right. You're right about that. And I don't understand why pick a foul up that close away from the basket. It's not worth it. Like, I understand you want to be physical, but it's not worth it. Now to get 1-1 for a great free throw shooting team.
Brandon Raymond with 1-1. His first shot is up and good. Once again, the bench for Gahanna coming through here. First, Luke Murray. Now Brandon Raymond draws the foul, and he gets rewarded with a second free throw. And he misses, no. Looks like they called some basket interference in Westerville South and maintained possession. 46-33, a 13-point lead, 34.2 seconds left here in the third period. Gahanna comfortably in the lead. Drake Carter looks to check back in here for the offensive possession for Westerville South. I would say for Coach Kalo, you play for the last shot.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm Drake Carter. The ball should be in my hands right now. Go get the ball.
The fans are getting loud here at the end of the third quarter.
Shoot it.
Gahanna's playing it, and they turn it over. Gahanna again with the zone coming out of that timeout.
What's the rule? Either shoot it or turn it over. Shoot it or turn it over. .3 to go. Gahanna Lincoln with the basketball. We got to go full court here. 46-33. The bucket for Gahanna could really make it challenging for the fourth quarter for Westerville South. Now you allow Sean Jones to get the last shot.
8 seconds, 7-6, 4 seconds. Oh, Westerville South picks his pocket. No foul. Looked like there might have been a foul there, and Coach Kalo is really hot at the end of the third quarter here, 46-33. They thought there was a foul. And there might be a technical here at the end of the third quarter by Coach Kalo.
But, hey, he have an argument. He have a valid argument there. That was a foul.
But, you know, we'll talk about that at the end of the break here. It's 46-33. At the end of the third quarter, Gahanna Lincoln in the lead.
Can you see yourself working on TV, radio, or social media? As media professionals, we make our voice heard. Call the Ohio Media School and be a part of something bigger than you and me. You'll train and get the skills you need to work in TV, radio, social media, film, and much more.
I graduated and now am working as a director of marketing at a local radio station. My future is set.
Call the Ohio Media School now and be a part of something bigger. 614-723-9675. 614-723-9675.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Ohio Dominican, where Gahanna Lincoln leads Westerville South 46-33 heading into the fourth quarter of the second and final game of the night. Deshaun, if Westerville South is going to get into this, what do they have to do?
ain't really much they need to do but to give Drake Carter that ball and get out the way. He wears number 24 for a reason, kind of had that Mamba mentality.
Westerville South starts off strong here in the fourth quarter. Jalen Wheeler with 2, 46-35. Gahanna Lincoln with an 11-point lead. Here's Sean Jones with an easy baseline pull-up, a 10-footer, and he buckets it, 48-35.
So one thing you can do if you're Westerville South is start trading baskets. You need to make baskets and get stops.
Westerville South, Jalen Wheeler. He's looking to drive. He's cut off. Here's Drake Carter. And there's a jump ball. Possession arrow.
Gahanna.
No, it should be Gahanna, but did they call a foul? Okay, yeah, all right. All right, yep, it's jump ball, and Gahanna will retain possession here. Or, as I sit and watch Drake Carter on offense, he looks really frustrated, Deshaun.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like we talked about earlier, man, this is do or die for your high school career. You got to shoot the ball.
Here's a skip pass to the corner, and a three-point shot made by Gahanna Lincoln's Cam Johnson, and it's a 16-point game, the biggest lead of the night.
Gahanna start hitting those shots, man. It's very difficult to beat them.
Nice look for Westerville South to get the offensive rebound. There's Westerville South on the second effort, number 10, Jody Cunningham with the deuce. 51-37, 6:15 to go here in the final period. Game 2 regional semifinal here at Ohio Dominican. I mean, Gahanna Lincoln has comfortably had a lead since midway through the second quarter. Westerville South briefly cut it to 6 early in the third quarter, but it's now a 14-point game. Gahanna looks to run some offense at the top of the key. Westerville South maintains their man-to-man defense. And I think there's Jay Carter's 4th personal foul.
Yes, that's true.
And that's a problem for Westerville South.
And if I'm coach Kalo, he is not coming out of the game. You got to stick it through. You got to stick it out. You got to play smart. You got 4 fouls. Don't get the 5th.
Yeah. Javon Simmons goes to the line for 2 for Gahanna Lincoln. And he makes the first of 2. 52-37, 15-point lead. 5:43 left in the game. Gahanna comfortably in front. And he sinks the second one. 53-37. It was interesting. After the end of the first quarter, it was a 20-15 Gahanna Lincoln game. Westerville South has scored, 22 points since?
Yeah.
2+ quarters. So Gahanna's defense is really locked down. Sean Jones looking to feed inside to Javon Simmons, but Westerville South is able to knock it out of bounds. Gahanna maintains possession. There's Gahanna looking to work some clock and some offense. Sean Jones here at the top of the key looks to set up the offense for Gahanna Lincoln. Here's a high screen off the wing. And number 1 for Gahanna, LJ Dees, off the screen hits the shot, 55-37. Oh, that was a foul on Drake Carter. That would have been the end of his evening.
LJ Dees getting a nice little mid-range jumper as Drake Carter almost picked up that 5th foul, but they call block it on it.
55-37. Westerville South down 18, and off the inbounds, they are turned it over to Gahanna. Gahanna's on a 3-on-1 break. There's a missed dunk by Gahanna, and Westerville South looks to push. And off Drake Carter's hands and fumbled out of bounds. Gahanna Lincoln maintains possession. And that's probably a microcosm of the night Drake Carter has had, unfortunately, for Westerville South.
Yeah. And you're right, that's the type of night that he's having, and it's unfortunate that he's struggling from the field right now, but he had a remarkable, and his game's not over, but he had a remarkable senior year. But like I said, man, he has to go down swinging. He just has to.
Westerville South has just not been able to find the offense since the first quarter. And they had 15 points in their first quarter. They've had 22 since. And they've had 30. And Gahanna scored 35 since the first quarter.
As the fans from Westerville South are starting to head towards the exits, But
yeah, I mean, they obviously are trying to beat the traffic, I guess.
I mean, that's okay. That's cool too. But this team fought for you hard all year, and these seniors' last game. If it's their last game, you're leaving out on them, and it's like they went 25-0. Like this season, even if they lose right now, this is not the end all be all. So the fact that you're walking out on it right now is that you're not appreciating what they're doing and what they're giving you. Like, it's hard to go 25-0.
In any league.
And
so here's Gahanna bringing the ball up, 4.5 to go here in the game. Sean Jones had a strong game for them. Gahanna looks to work some clock as well as their offense. This game comfortably in hand for them at the moment. Here's Sean Jones with a little razzle and dazzle. Unfortunately, they couldn't finish the play. Westerville South on the drive. Layup up, no good. Rebound Gahanna. They look to push 3-on-2. Sean Jones pulls a 3 from the wing, and he nails it. Gahanna is now up 58-37. It is a 21-point lead with 3:47 left to go in the game.
Sean Jones is. I don't believe he missed a 3 all game. He's been on fire, been a man on a mission.
Well, all throughout this district or this tournament, he's been extremely efficient from the field. And there's a 3-point shot by Westerville South by 22. Jalen Wheeler, and Westerville South calls a timeout. 58-40. 3:30 left here in the fourth period. Gahanna Lincoln comfortably in control as the crowd continues to file out for Westerville South.
But I just want to reiterate that this game is not over. This is a lot of time. 18 points is not a lot. As we have seen in multiple times in sports, that a couple threes, you're right back in this. A couple stops, you're right back in this. And I want to let the fans know who's leaving. It's your prerogative to leave, but there's no re-entry. I do want to say that if they get the opportunity to come back, there's no re-entry.
There is no re-entry. And as they continue to leave, they're leaving with Michael Jackson's Thriller in the background. Always a fan favorite.
Yeah, this is a thriller. It's definitely a thriller.
Well played, my partner. Well played. So Gahanna Lincoln brings it up. Just over 3 minutes with an 18-point lead. Here's Sean Jones down the lane. Lays it up, no good. Rebound, Gahanna. Gahanna again. Number 21, Josh Whiteside, just had 3 offensive rebounds and finally puts it in with a chance for a 3-point play. 60-40 here.
Yes, get the replay here. Just a little ticky-tack foul there.
Well, we shouldn't be getting. You shouldn't be getting 3 opportunities. Westerville South gets the rebound off the free throw miss. Here's Westerville South driving, rimming no. Rebound Gahanna. They look to push. Westerville South's back. And there's a kick ball that goes out of bounds. Possession maintained by Gahanna Lincoln. And if this score holds up here for Gahanna Lincoln, they're going to get a rematch against one of the teams that they lost to in their regular season in Pickerington Central. There's Westerville South off the turnover. There's 22. Jalen Wheeler with the 3. Westerville South, we told you at the start of the game, is a scrappy team. They're going to play to the final end, and regardless of score.
As you should. And you know Coach Ed Kalo a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah. You know, I went to Westerville North and graduated in 1989. I think that was in his second or third season. And we played against him, his teams. These were some fun teams. We actually reminisced at the start of this game. And enough of my history. We have a potential injury here for Gahanna Lincoln, and number 1, LJD's, one of their starting seniors, looks like he might have a cramp based on what they're doing over there.
Yeah, yep.
Let's just hope it's a cramp and not an ankle or a knee.
Definitely, what like you said, what it looked like is a cramp. Just give him some water, let him stretch it out.
With some Gatorade.
Yeah, Gatorade. Yeah, body armor. I'm a body armor.
What do you prefer?
I'm a body armor type of guy.
Body armor, all
yeah,
right.
I'm a body armor type of guy.
My partner prefers body armor. What flavor? Orange?
Well,
red?
I like strawberry. Well, that's watermelon. I like
watermelon.
Strawberry watermelon.
That sounds refreshing.
It does. But actually, I just bought the Black Mamba one, the Kobe Bryant one. So I want to see what that tastes like a little bit.
You let me and the audience know when next time we're on air.
I got you.
So both free throws were missed by Gahanna Lincoln. Westerville South rebounds, and they look to set up their offense with less than 2 minutes left, with less than 2 minutes in the game. And here's a jump shot and a foul. And number 30, Rain Winston, scored the basket for Rain Winston for Westerville South. He gets a chance to produce a three-point play. And it's a 15-point game with a chance to go to 14. Minute 52 left. So the Westerville South still playing. And he makes the three-point play. So Westerville South looks to play full court defense against Gahanna as Gahanna looked to inbound the ball under the Westerville South basket. And they're able to do so rather easily to Sean Jones. He brings it up, he walks it over the timeline. Minute 40 here to go. 60-46, Gahanna Lincoln. And just looking to run some clock here. Westerville South extending their defense, and they forced a turnover. Here's number 30, Jalen Wheeler, forces a turnover. Westerville South gets the ball underneath their bucket. Down 14, minute 25 to go. Still fighting on those Wildcats.
Yeah, as you should.
Here's a easy deuce by Drake Carter on a errant pass that happened to fall in his breadbasket. 60-48. It's now a 12-point game, as you said, Deshaun. You know what? It's not over until it's over, per se.
Definitely not over.
Minute 19. You know, if they could get this into single digits, you know, it could come down to a free throw shooting game.
We get a couple more stops, hit a couple more baskets, and
I mean, you know that Gahanna's probably going to go to the line. That is the double bonus, so they will get 2 shots with each foul, common or shooting.
So if I'm Westerville South, if I have to foul, and if he's in the game, I am fouling Josh Whiteside. Josh Whiteside probably is the worst free throw shooter out of all of them. So if I have to foul, I'm gonna foul him. I'm not fouling Simmons. I am definitely not fouling Sean Jones, or Dees, or Cam Johnson, none of them guards.
Will Whiteside even be on the floor? Let's see. I don't see 21 on the floor. So yeah, I think
which is smart. Get your free throw shooters in.
Coach Stabe put his free throw shooters in. They expect to be fouled. And so far, no fouling. Minute 9, and there's a foul. And it looks like number 12. That is Cruz McClure, the freshman for Westerville South, which pushes Jesse Battle to the line for the double bonus, 2 shots. So Coach Stabe has put in some reserves, and he strokes the first of 2. It's a pretty good looking stroke there with Jesse Battle. And he hits the second one. So interesting enough, he comes in for free throw shooting, and he gets fouled and puts it in. So that's 2 points from Jesse Battle, who averages 3.5. You had 5 from Luke Murray. You had Brendan Raymond hit a couple free throws. There's been some good, and Sean Jones here with the turnover, and he's going, and he lays it all the way up and in.
I like how
62-48, 64-48. Excuse me.
I like how both teams are still playing hard to the end. Both teams never gave up. Westerville South never gave up. Great season. Great season. Hey, do not lay your head. Do not lay your head. Do not bow your head down. You're good. You're good. You're all winners.
Oh, and Gahanna Lincoln looks like they're gonna just dribble out the ball. 64-48 appears to be the final score here in the next 16 seconds.
Hey,
as there's some celebratory action going on the Gahanna sideline.
So you know what we got prepared for?
We've got a rematch of a regular season game between Gahanna Lincoln
absolutely
and Pickerington Central, the winner of game 1 tonight, in which Pickerington Central did win by 5, and that was actually at Gahanna's gym, so that was a road win by them. But I'm assuming that there's going to be a hunger for Gahanna to avenge that loss. But you know what? If you like high school hoops, you're seeing the 1 seed and the 2 seed playing Saturday night back here at Ohio Dominican for the regional, in a regional final for a chance to go to the state Final Four.
Absolutely, and for Westerville South, great season, 25-0. You had first team, all district, Drake Carter, Wright State commit. Wright State, you got a winner there. Do not bow your head low. You're good. You're good. Also,
and just as a reminder, you can watch this game on Saturday, the regional final here on TKDS Sports, in the same fashion you found us earlier tonight. And you know, at the end of the day, Gahanna Lincoln was just a stronger team over Westerville South tonight. Final score 64-48 here at Ohio Dominican. For Jeff Chernauskas and Deshaun Pate, you're watching the Ohio High School Athletic Association Regional Semifinals presented by the Ohio Media School on TKDS Sports. Have a good evening, everybody.